Nepal, a country rich in cultural heritage and natural beauty, has struggled with political instability and economic stagnation for decades. While many analysts point to corruption, lack of infrastructure, or external influence as the major issues, the fundamental problem of Nepal lies in the mindset of its political leaders. This deep-rooted issue has overshadowed progress, hindered economic growth, and prevented effective governance. Unless this mindset shifts towards nation-building rather than personal gains, Nepal will continue to face developmental setbacks. The primary issue in Nepalese politics is that leaders prioritize power, positions, and wealth accumulation over national development. Most political figures engage in governance not as a means to serve the people, but as a way to secure personal benefits. This mindset has led to widespread corruption, nepotism, and inefficiency in public administration. The democratic framework, which should empower the people, has been exploited by politicians who manipulate electoral processes, engage in vote buying, and use ethnic and regional divisions to secure their positions. This has resulted in unstable governments, frequent changes in leadership, and a lack of long-term vision for the country's progress. Democracy in Nepal has not functioned as an effective system due to the absence of real accountability. While elections are held, the same cycle of corrupt leadership continues because there are no strict checks and balances. The judiciary, bureaucracy, and media, which should hold leaders accountable, are often influenced by political parties. As a result, rather than serving as an instrument for the people's welfare, democracy has become a tool for a few elites to maintain control. In contrast, some independent mayors like Balin Shah have demonstrated a different approach to governance. These leaders focus on pragmatic solutions rather than political rhetoric. However, such independent leadership is rare, and Nepal's overall governance remains stuck in traditional power struggles. Economic development in Nepal is directly affected by its political instability. Frequent changes in government lead to inconsistent policies, discouraging both domestic and foreign investments. Large infrastructure projects either remain incomplete or become breeding grounds for corruption. Moreover, Nepalese youth, seeing no future in their own country, seek employment abroad, leading to a severe brain drain. If Nepal's political mindset were focused on development, policies could be crafted to promote entrepreneurship, utilization of resources, and tourism, enabling the country to thrive and create sustainable economic opportunities. Geopolitical sensitivity. Nepal's geopolitical position, sandwiched between two rising global powers, India and China, makes it highly sensitive to external influences. Throughout history, Nepalese leaders have had to balance relationships with both neighbors while maintaining sovereignty. Geopolitical maneuvering has played a critical role in Nepal's development, but the lack of a stable governance system has made the country vulnerable to undue external pressure. Strategic decision-making has often been influenced by foreign interests rather than national priorities, weakening Nepal's ability to create independent policies for sustainable progress. A strong and stable governance system is essential to safeguard Nepal's national interests while navigating the complexities of regional politics. State-level governing bodies. The decentralization of governance in Nepal has led to the establishment of state-level governing bodies. While intended to promote political representation and regional development, these governing bodies have become financially burdensome. The high cost of maintaining multiple state-level administrations has contributed to escalating national debt, leaving insufficient funds for tangible progress within the regions. This debt has now reached a level where it threatens national security and significantly jeopardizes the country's stability. Despite these concerning outcomes, the government continues to push decentralization as a core principle for political representation, even as Nepal teeters on the brink of economic collapse. Instead of overextending financial resources into an expensive bureaucratic structure, Nepal could focus on investing in industries that actively promote economic development and employment opportunities. Areas such as digital technology, tourism, and infrastructure development have the potential to generate sustainable growth and alleviate economic hardships. Prioritizing these sectors over inefficient administrative expansions would better position Nepal for long-term success. Who proved better, King Mahendra's system, hybrid system, or multi-party system? Comparing Nepal's different governance models, King Mahendra's single-party system under the Panchayat era, from 1960 to 1990, is often credited with strong national sovereignty, centralized decision-making, and infrastructure development. However, it also lacked democratic representation and suppressed political freedoms. The multi-party democratic system, post-1990, brought increased political participation, but resulted in frequent instability, corruption, and ineffective governance. The hybrid system, democracy with constitutional monarchy, existed for a brief period and provided a balanced approach, but it failed due to power struggles and external influences. Looking at Nepal's past, King Mahendra's governance was arguably more stable, but it came at the cost of civil liberties. In contrast, democracy, despite its flaws, ensures political freedoms but lacks strong leadership and accountability. Moving forward, Nepal needs a governance model that maintains stability while upholding democratic values and national interests. Monarchy versus complete democracy, a better alternative? A growing debate in Nepal is whether a mixed system, democracy with constitutional monarchy, could provide better stability than the current system. Historically, Nepal experienced a more stable governance structure under the monarchy. Some argue that bringing back a ceremonial monarchy alongside a functional democratic system could introduce a balance, ensuring continuity while maintaining democratic representation. Some propose that if key institutions like the Office of the Attorney General and the Commission for the Investigation of Abuse of Authority were placed under the monarchy's jurisdiction, accountability in controlling corruption could be significantly strengthened. Additionally, placing the Ministry of Education under the monarchy's guidance could help reform the national mindset towards integrity, discipline, and national development. Such a hybrid governance model could potentially address Nepal's major governance and accountability issues, though its feasibility and public acceptance remain subjects of debate. Conclusion: the need for a mindset shift. Nepal's primary problem is not just a failing system but the flawed mindset of those in power. Unless political leaders and policymakers start prioritizing national progress over personal gains, Nepal will remain trapped in a cycle of instability and underdevelopment. The people of Nepal must demand accountability, support independent and pragmatic leaders, and push for reforms that ensure long-term stability and prosperity. Only by shifting the mindset of governance can Nepal hope to achieve real transformation and economic success in the modern world. The end. If you enjoyed this content, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Also, leave a comment below with your thoughts. I'd love to hear from you. And to make sure you never miss an update, be sure to turn on notifications. Stay motivated, stay inspired, and I'll see you in the next video for more insights and future content.